Do not confuse it with metric conversion. With metric conversion, it deals with kilograms, hectograms, milli. When you see those words, you associated that with metric conversion. But we're dealing with customary, so it's going to be different on how you solve it compared to metric. And what you're going to be using here is a proportion. So let me just set up my proportion. That's what you want to do anytime you're working with customary conversion. Set a proportion up. Okay, so you're going to see what you're working with here. We have right here quarts, gallons, highlighted in yellow. So I'm going to go and highlight over here in my conversion quarts and gallons, or my conversion chart. Right there is quarts, QT. Right here's gallons, and the numbers they give us here is 1 gallon equals 4 quarts. So we're going to use this right here to make my first fraction. I'm going to use 1 and put it here, and 4 over here. I'm going to label though. Always make sure you label. And I'm going to label what 1 stands for. 1 stands for gallons, so I'm just going to put GAL for gallons. Right here, quart stands for QT. I'm going to use abbreviation QT. It's important you label, because if you don't, you're not going to know where the other number is going to belong, either on the top numerator or at the bottom denominator. The other number is what you're converting by. Number we're converting is 28. And it's 28 quarts. So I'm going to put QT for that. And since you labeled, now you can easily tell where your number should go, on the top or at the bottom. Well, it's talking about quarts. And if you see my other videos dealing with proportion, you already know that if you're talking about in the denominator a specific thing like quarts, that means in the other denominator, you must also have the same thing, quarts. You would not put it here because on top we have gallons. That would be a mismatch. Can't have quarts there because those two are different units of measurement, quarts and gallons. So that's why 28 should be at the bottom. And I know that because I labeled. Helps me keep track of where things should go. All right, now comes the next part. If you have a blank space, you already know you're going to put an X in that blank space. Or any variable for that matter. What I mean by is letter. Let's put that back there. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put an X. And I'm ready to set up what we call bat and ball. All right, so make sure that when you're setting up your bat, you already know you're going to set it up diagonally. Don't set it up this way. Got to make sure that when you're setting up your bat, it includes only the numbers, not the variable you're trying to find. So there we go. That's more like it. And what are you going to do with that bat? You're going to get those two numbers and multiply. You guys should be familiar already with proportions. And of course, the other number represents your ball. And that's what we're going to divide by. Divide by 4. What are you going to divide by 4? Whatever you get from multiplying what's inside the bat. That's going to be easy though. Everyone should know 28 times 1 equals 28. What do we do with 28? You divide by what you have inside the ball. The number is 4. So I'm going to get 28 divided by 4 because that's the number I had inside my baseball. And how many times does 4 go into 28? Correct answer is 7. 4 times 7. All right, and there we go. There is my conversion. So 7 is the answer. So how many gallons are in 28 quarts? 7. Put 7 right here, and there you go, guys. That's how you convert using customary. Make sure you use a proportion.